When I was a teenager, I played music with my friends. I didn't feel any resistance. I learned Charlie Parker and I learned complex bebop heads, and I wrote my own music and recorded, and I didn't feel any resistance. Now, 25 years later, when I go to learn a new Charlie Parker song or write or record or write a music video, I feel a lot of resistance. I feel so overwhelmed by all the shit I have to do, even though in another perspective, I'm very blessed to be able to work on my own music and make videos and everything like that. So I just had a session right now that was pretty smooth and free flowing, and I was wondering if I could somehow find some way to help you work without resistance. Maybe you have a similar problem where it used to be effortless and you felt no resistance, and now you feel resistance when you go to work and do the things that you purportedly love. You find resistance. So I guess I'll just go for it now. First thing I did was I was going to practice some keyboard. So I turned on my keyboard, turned on my recorder, and I wound up just playing a song that I'm going to record this weekend. And it was cool. It was fun. I was like figuring out the chords. I was like, all right, shit. Well, I'll just record this since I'm going to be working on a draft of it anyways. I'll just record it. So I set the metronome, recorded a keyboard track. Very rough, lots of mistakes, but just recorded it. And then I was like, okay, this is groovy. Let's do the drums because I'm going to do the drums anyways. Let's get some practice in. It's 42 BPM, extremely slow song. So I'm like, all right, so I turn on the drums, plug it in, record the drums. There's mistakes, but it's a track. So I have some momentum now, even though I never planned to record. Here I was. So I'll do the vocals. So I put up the microphone, record the vocals. Took a couple takes to get where I needed to be because I didn't do enough repeats on the keyboards. I didn't realize I didn't do enough repeats. So I modified the vocals, made a track. And as I was listening to it, I was like, I need some bass. So take out the bass guitar, record a quick bass track. So now I have 4 tracks. Now I have pretty much a working draft of the song. The big thing I realized right off the bat was, hey, this actually sounds cool on keyboard. I had been playing it on guitar all along, and I intended to record it with guitar. I wanted some pedal steel in there, kind of a MJ Linderman cool country feel, all country. And so now here I am with this DX7 Rhodes bright chord sound, and it's a whole different vibe. And I remembered something that Carl Jung and Louise von Franz say, particularly von Franz, that you need to kind of appease the shadow. When you have something that goes really well, you kind of have to make an offering to the shadow so that it doesn't come and take your cookies away. So I said, okay, I'm going to learn some Charlie Parker, which is difficult to me. I had a song stuck in my head when I woke up, and then I thought, oh, that's Chi-Chi. Well, the song in my head was actually Blues for Alice. So I grabbed my guitar, tuned it up, grabbed my book, and I look up Chi-Chi, and I listen, and I go, that's not the one I'm thinking of. So I listened to Blues for Alice, and that's the song that I had in my head. So I put it in, but I didn't know if I should pick Blues for Alice or Chi-Chi or both or neither. So I put them in my wheel of names, spun the wheel, and it was Chi-Chi. So the name that popped up on my head, even though it was not the melody, was The Path. So I learned Chi-Chi right now. And I had tried to learn that song in the past, and I just remember it being a slog. I remember it being very difficult to get through. And this time, I had momentum, I think, because I had just recorded that song, even though it was a rough draft of a song. I had momentum, and I think as well, trying to appease the shadow and make an offering helped as well and gave me the energy and momentum. It took away the resistance, is my point. And so here I learned this song by Charlie Parker that would have been quite difficult if I had just said, okay, I'm going to go learn this song. I feel like I would have struggled to get it done, or I wouldn't have even tried. The initial resistance would have been too much, and I wouldn't have even tried. So 5 minutes into this video is just to say, that might be a way to overcome resistance, is tag it on the end of another project. Like once you do something that feels pretty effortless, then go and attempt the thing that you know would be difficult, and see how that works for you.